Okay. Hi, everybody. This is the Ben and Gary Show. We know dentistry, and here we are the week before Christmas. So today's Friday. We just ended another work week.
Yeah, busy day.
And
Have you been naughty or have you been nice?
Oh, I've been naughty. But it was fun.
It was fun. It's more fun that way.
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, it was really a blast. I mean, take last night, for example, boys.
This is true. Yeah.
Right?
That was good.
Met up with some friends of ours, and it was very impromptu, but it was a great time to see people before we go our separate ways for the holidays.
A little
good.
bourbon sipping, a little cigar tasting.
Yeah. So anyway, but so we have a question from one of our patients. What are dental implants made out of? And typically, I think the most common material is titanium.
Yeah.
But there's also a second material that's starting to, well, it's popular in Europe.
It's very popular in Europe.
And I guess it's starting to catch on here.
It's like the white metal they call,
or
like zirconium, or some people call them ceramic implants.
Yeah.
And they have their advantages and disadvantages. It's an alternative.
Because you've restored a couple of them.
I've restored a couple of them, and they're just so different in terms of how you work with them prosthetically, restoratively for us, that we're accustomed to using titanium, and the amount of force that you can use to be able to latch on to them and torque them so that parts stay together very firmly. One thing I guess I'd say about with titanium implants, but it's usually they come in parts. So there's the implant, the screw that's in the bone, and then there's an abutment, a connector piece between the crown and the actual embedded implant. And so they're like modular, and so they're interchangeable. And with the ceramic, that's where it becomes yes, they have it that way for the most part, though they're mostly one solid piece. Part that's in the bone also extends out of the bone, and that's what you attach the crown onto. And I think that they're sort of getting to the place where they'll have two pieces that will allow you to be able to modularly sort of interchange to be able to correct for an angle or correct for a shape.
Okay, so the one you restore, though, because I think I'm getting ready to.
I'll
have one in a couple months. But you said that there was something that you screwed. You actually the abutment is held in with a screw. Though,
yes,
but it's a zirconium screw. Is that
it's
what I heard you say?
It's like a carbon fiber screw.
Carbon fiber screw.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's very technique sensitive, and I think it's great when it works, but it's extremely technique sensitive, and so I think it's really for those who have an aversion to having metal in their body. But here's newsflash: just because it's white doesn't mean it's not metal.
Right.
And so that zirconium is essentially a metal. It's a metal oxide, a derivative of metal, but it's not really ceramic 100% either. So it's a hybrid in between.
Right.
So it does have its technique sensitivities. I think it has its applications in places. But I think if you really want to have the gold standard, then titanium is really that.
Right.
I think that's why they still have mostly the unibody ones, is because they have a tendency to fracture.
Yeah,
if they're too thin.
They're too thin.
So they don't have as much give like titanium has. A little, metals tend to bend before they break a little bit, so they have a little bit of internal stress in the give. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. You think I have any more questions about titanium versus ceramics?
I think the only thing we can talk about as far as titanium is the different surfaces that have been used over.
Sure.
When we first started, they used just pure titanium, or not pure titanium, but with basically a polished machine surface, and they used the hydroxyapatite coatings.
They're trying to do different ways to be able to make the surface more bioreactive, more likable to the cells that adhere onto it, to make it much more firm, long-lasting in space. So the surfaces of the titanium have changed, and they've searched for the best. And each company kind of has their own idea of that, and I think they're all going in a direction where some sort of roughness to the surface is better over time for cells growing into those and adhering onto the surface, or making it more stable. So it's an evolving science when it comes to the ceramic side, the zirconium side. I think they're obviously going to not do nothing but just simply get better.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think so.
But I don't know if it's right now ready to be applicable to all situations.
Right.
It's still very new material.
It's still very new
implants,
material,
yeah.
and nobody likes a failure or fracture. Those are very difficult to correct for and to manage. Versus if you're going to go with something much more, much stronger, much more predictable, like titanium. I think that's, to me, the better way to go, which is why we haven't really delved into doing the ceramic implants.
Yeah.
We'd rather let somebody else get out there on the forefront of doing that. Let's let Europe do that.
Yeah, well, using the titanium systems that we know are very predictable, so
absolutely,
it's always a good thing for our patients. So. Okay, well, I think we were done with that topic, but we just wanted to mention that we had our team holiday party,
annual holiday party
last Friday, and that was a huge success. We had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. And we should look for some images online there as we are able to upload those, and just show you that we're not all about teeth. We actually like to have fun too.
Yeah.
And so that was really awesome that we were able to share that time and celebrate with the team that really makes the engine run, that allows us to be able to do what we do best, and for things to run seamlessly as they do in our office. We can't do that without our team. It's great to be able to celebrate with them, and we had an awesome time. So look for us a little bit more about what we did at that time, and right now, I guess we have it. We've done everything we can do right now about what implants are all about, what they're made of. It's the Ben and Gary Show.
Yeah.
We know dentistry. We'll see you next week.
Have a great holiday.